Hello students, how are you all? I just hope that you all are doing well and preparing for your board exams, right? With full heartedly. As I told you in my last video that I'll be coming up with some more concepts of trigonometry, and so here I am. Otherwise, in trigonometry there are many more concepts as well as the functions that you got to learn when you go to higher classes. But for 10th grade, if I am confined till 10th grade, then I would say that there are certain, or I would say mainly there are two concepts that you should know. Okay, though these concepts are not directly asked from the exam point of view, but yes, if you are doing trigonometry, then you should know these concepts. Okay, now and moreover, I just hope that you all have gone through my last videos and on polynomials as well as on trigonometry, and I saw certain sums of trigonometry in the last video, and I just hope that you too have done those sums either along with me going through the video or later on, right? And if you like my way of teaching, or if you are liking my channel, then please do subscribe for that. Okay, thank you. Now starting with the concept of complementary angles, right? As we have always seen that sine theta and cos theta are the complementary angles. This we have keep on hearing since years and years. Like if I talk about trigonometry, then in the very first class we are always talked about the complementary angles. Like the complementary angle of sine is cos theta, the complementary angle of tan theta is cot theta, and so on. Right? The complementary angle of sec theta is cosec theta. Right? But today we will be learning that why these are said to be as complementary angles. Right? There must be some reason out of which we have came to a conclusion that sine theta and cos theta are the complementary angles. So today we will be talking about that concept, why they are. Okay? So let's get started. Okay, for that, to prove that sine theta and cos theta are complement of each other, I'll be drawing one triangle, right angle triangle, namely as A, B and C, which is right angle at B. Okay, now here the remaining two angles that are left with, see, in a triangle there are three angles, three sides, that we all know, right? Out of that I have seen, I have told you that this is a right angle triangle which is right angled at B. So the remaining two angles so the other two angles that are remaining are angle A and angle C. Okay, now if I want to find sine of C, if I take this as theta, okay, then what it will be, if I write about here, if I talk about this angle C, then which is the opposite side and which is the adjacent side, first we will mark onto this triangle on the basis of angle C considering. Okay, so if I consider angle C, then BC is my adjacent side, so I write for adjacent, I write A. Okay, similarly AB is my opposite side, I'll write O for opposite, and AC is my hypotenuse, so I'll write HY for hypotenuse. Okay, no doubts till here. Now if I want to find sine C, okay, what I will be doing, sine C, it is what? Opposite side upon hypotenuse. Okay, that is what opposite side of sine C is, means with respect to angle C is AB upon hypotenuse is AC. Okay, this is what sine C. Now I will talk about angle A. In angle A, if I consider now, with respect to angle A, what is the adjacent side and the opposite side? I'll mark it with A dash and O dash. Okay. Now, with respect to angle A, AB is the adjacent side which I will be marking with A dash, and side opposite to angle A will be BC. I'll be marking it as O dash. Okay. I'll just put a hyphen in between the two. Okay. Now, if I want to find cos of A, what it will be? Cos of A is adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Okay, for hypotenuse, if I talk about angle A, it is the same, that is AC only. Fine. Then write it down. Adjacent side is A dash is AB and hypotenuse is AC. Okay, now AB and AC is sin C also, and cos A is equals to AB upon AC. That means we can say that, therefore we can say that sine of angle C is equals to cos of angle A. Okay, now talking about angle A and angle C, we know that according to angle sum property of a triangle, angle A plus angle C is equals to 90 degree. That means they are the complementary of each other. We know the condition for two angles to be complementary to each other, that is their sum should be equal to 90 degree. Right? Angle B is already 90 degree, then obviously quite understood that angle A plus angle C will be 90 degree, as sum of all three will be 180 degree, angle sum property of a triangle. Right? So angle A plus angle C is equals to 90 degree. Right? Or I can say that angle A is equals to 90 minus angle C. No doubt in here. So here what I have proved that sine of C is equals to cos of A. Okay. That means sine of C is equals to cos of 90 minus C. I can write angle A as 90 minus C. Therefore, we can say that sine theta and cos theta are complementary of each other. Clear? Clear to everyone? Fine. Then I'll be switching on to the next concept of what is angle of depression, what is angle of elevation, and line of sight. Okay. Let me just rub it. Now we will be learning about three more concepts of trigonometry. First is the line of sight. Second is angle of elevation and angle of depression. What do we mean by angle of depression, angle of elevation, and line of sight? To start with the explanation part, I will be taking into consideration a tower AB. Right, and a person is standing at the ground level. I'll make a person. Okay, right. It is standing at the ground level and looking at the top of the tower. Okay, so now the line between from the eyes of the person to the top of the tower is said to be the line of sight. Say for instance, it is at a distance of x from the floor of the tower. Okay, now draw a horizontal line with respect to the eyes of the person. Okay, now from the eyes of the person till the top of the tower, the line made is said to be the line of sight. Okay, this is said to be the line of sight. Okay, now next concept is angle of elevation. Angle of elevation, it is the case when the person is standing at a lower level of with respect to an object of which we are with respect to an object which we are taking into consideration. Like for example, if I talk here in my example, if I talk about a tower AB and the person is standing at the ground level, okay, then the angle made by the horizontal line with respect to its eyes and line of sight is said to be angle of elevation. I repeat, the angle made by a horizontal line and the line of a sight. This horizontal line is a line with respect to the eyes of the person, right? It is not we are talking about x, that is how far the person is standing, right? It is the angle that is being made between the line of sight and the horizontal line of the with respect to the horizontal line made by the eyes. Okay, the angle between the two is said to be the angle of elevation. That means this is angle of elevation. Clear? Okay. Now, angle of depression. We will be talking about this. Here, in this case, for to understand its angle of depression, what it is, the person, here the case varies as, say for instance, we are taking the same tower AB. Okay, now the person is standing at the top of the tower and looking at a ball at the ground level. Okay, this ball is, say for instance, same as an x distance from B. Okay, now the person is standing at the top of the tower. So, a horizontal line with respect to its eyes will be, I'll draw a horizontal line, an imaginary line, because obviously if I want to measure the angle, I need to know the concept, beta. Otherwise, here this is said to be the angle of depression, I can say directly. When the person is standing at a higher level and looking at a lower level, at that time the angle formed, it is theta. Okay, this is angle of depression, but how this angle came? Okay, now what we studied for angle of elevation, that is the angle made by the horizontal line with respect to its eyes and line of sight. Now here the line of sight is this thing. This is line of sight, right? The person is looking downward. Line of sight, and the person is standing at the top. So the horizontal line with respect to its eyes will be this, right? So the angle between the two is this theta. Okay, now we know this line and the line, say for instance, if I name it as C, BC are parallel to each other. This imaginary line, this dotted line and line BC are parallel to each other. Okay, chaliye, if I for your ease, I will just name this imaginary line as XY. Okay, now this XY is parallel to BC. Okay, now with the concept of parallel lines, what it is that the alternate angles are equal. If I talk about the angle, the same concept, that is the angle that we consider is actually the angle made by the horizontal line and the line of sight, and this horizontal line is actually the line with respect to our eyes. Okay, now if I talk at the top of the tower, the eyes are here at the top, they are not at the bottom, right? So I'll just draw an imaginary line with respect to its eyes. Okay, now this XY is parallel to CD, and here the angle is theta. Okay, so if this is theta, that means XAB is theta, then obviously angle BC and A will also be theta. alternate interior angles of parallel lines. Go to that concept. Okay. So I can say that since XY is parallel to CB, therefore angle XAC is equals to angle BCA. क्या रीजन देंगे? What the reason you'll be giving? Alternate interior angles. Okay, so this angle at that time when the line of sight, when the person is standing at a high level and looking at a lower level, at that time it is said to be angle of depression. When we are looking down, when our eyes are down or our head are down, at that time angle formed is theta and it is known as angle of depression. Clear? How this is theta? Okay, alternate interior angles के concept से. Here, now regarding that only we will be switching on to certain questions I have sorted out again for you people. We'll be doing that. Now starting with the first question, what first question says that there is a value given of sin A as 12/37 and you have to find cos A and tan A. What it will be? Cos A and tan A you have to calculate. Okay. So let's solve it. Solution. To solve this, I draw a triangle right angle at C. A, B and C, and here the angle into consideration is angle A, that is this angle. Okay, now it is given as sine of A is equals to 12/37. That means when I place the opposite side upon the hypotenuse, their lengths, then they are in the ratio of 12/37. And side opposite to angle A is BC, isn't it? If I considered angle A, then side opposite is, this is opposite side, this is adjacent side and this is the hypotenuse. Okay, so side opposite to angle A is BC and hypotenuse is AB. That is given as in the ratio of 12/37. What does it implies? This implies that BC is equals to 12K and AB, that is the hypotenuse, is equals to 37K. Now we have to find this AC. AC क्या है? That we have to calculate. So by Pythagoras theorem, we can find that AC square is equals to AB square minus BC square. No doubt till here. Hypotenuse minus the other side. AC can be written as square root of AB. What is the value of AB? I'll take it from here. That is 37K whole square minus 12K square. Now what it is? 37 square of 37, it is 1369 K square minus square of 12K will be 144 K square. Okay. Now AC need to be, subtraction of these two will give me 1225 K square, right? This implies that AC is equals to 35K. Okay, I got AC as 35K, right? This one. Now nothing left. You just directly put the values and find out cos A and tan A. Let us do. Cos A will now be side adjacent upon hypotenuse, that is AC upon AB. So write it down. AC upon AB, that is cos A is equals to AC, I got it 35K upon 37K, or I can write 35 upon 37. Similarly, tan A is what? Opposite side upon adjacent side. Right? So opposite side is BC and adjacent side is AC. Tan A will be BC upon AC, that is equal to BC is 12 upon 35. Got it? This was asked in the question. Cos A and tan A we have to calculate and we did the same. Fine? Clear? Coming on to the next question, students. Okay, now switching on to the question number 2. Question number 2 says that ABC is a right angled, is a triangle right angled at B and AB is equals to 13 centimeter and angle C is given. Let's draw an angle, a triangle ABC. Just a sec, students. Okay, this is angle B, then this will be angle C and this will be angle A. It is right angle at B. Okay, and angle C is given as 30 degree. Okay, and what else is given? Okay, fine. Determine the length of the, okay, and AB is given 13 centimeter. AB is given as 13 centimeter. We have to find AC and BC. Okay, now first of all, starting with the question part, let me write down the solution. Okay, in the solution, students, when you are doing it in your exam paper, redraw this diagram. Even if this diagram is given in the question part, draw this diagram. So it will, there will be lesser chances of you making mistake at that time. Okay, now if I consider this figure, okay, the angle C is 30 degree and AB is 13 centimeter. Okay, we have to find BC and AC. Let's start with the solution part. Before starting, I'll just mark it down. If I am considering angle C, then BC is the adjacent side and AB is the opposite side and AC is the hypotenuse. Okay, clear? Now, if it is saying that this is 30 degree and this thing is given, opposite side is given, so fine, then there's no such rule that you have to use sine, cos, tan. It is only you will practice the questions more and more, you will practice the questions, the concepts will become clear to you that which angle has to be considered, whether I have to take sine theta into consideration or cos theta into consideration. That will come, because nobody will ask you to do that you have to use cos theta only or you have to use tan theta only. It's only your practice will make you an expert. Okay, so here what I can see looking at the figure, that the opposite side is given, right? The angle is given, right? So I can find the hypotenuse by considering as sine 30 degree, because if I consider, if I take cos 30 degree, then cos 30 will be adjacent upon hypotenuse. So neither of the value is given, neither the adjacent side is given nor the hypotenuse is given. Fine. So we will use sine 30 degree. Sine 30 degree will be AB upon AC. Put the value of sine 30. What is sine 30? 1 by 2. AB is given 13. Now only AC left in this equation to be calculated. AC is here. The hypotenuse, cross multiply it. What we will get? AC will go on that side. AC will be equal to 13 into 2, or AC is equals to 26, right? And obviously 26 centimeter as the unit it is. So I got AC as 26. Now apply cos theta, that is cos 30 degree. Okay, cos 30 degree is what? Adjacent side, that is BC upon hypotenuse, that is AC. Okay, now cos 30 is root 3 upon 2 is equals to BC. I still don't know. BC, AC, I am getting it as 26 centimeter. So this implies, cross multiply it again. BC will be equal to root 3 upon 2 into 26. We won't do the cross multiplication, instead we will take 26 on that side. So do the necessary calculation. 2 and 26 cut down. This implies BC is equals to 13 root 3. Okay, found the answer. AC I got 26 centimeter and 13 root 3 centimeter. BC is 13 root 3 centimeter. Fine. This was being asked in the question. What was hypotenuse and what is the adjacent side? Clear? Coming down to the next question, that is question number 3. Students, trigonometry needs practice. The more and more you will practice, looking at the time will come when looking at the sum you will be able to solve it mentally. Because in trigonometry, the calculation part is not much. Like the numerical part is not much. Okay, it is only the applications of the formula or the functions, handful of functions you are knowing, you have to apply that and get on to the answer. Okay, next question it is, in a triangle ABC, right angled at B. Okay, just a sec, in a triangle ABC, I'll draw it, right angled at B, B, C and A. Okay, two sides are given over here. AB is 5 centimeter and AC is 10 centimeter. We have to find this angle C. We have to find the angle C as well as side BC. Okay, what we have to find? Angle C and side BC. These two things we have to calculate. Let's start. This is question number 3. Solution part. Okay. Now angle C. If I consider here, with respect to angle C, what it is? Adjacent side, opposite side, and this is the hypotenuse. Now which two sides are given? Other side upon hypotenuse is given. So again, use your brain. What we will be taking into consideration, because here nobody is going to say that use sin C or cos C and so on. But it is like opposite side and hypotenuse is given. So obviously we will be using sin C. So write it down. Sin C is equals to opposite side, that is 5, upon hypotenuse, that is 10. Or I can say it is as 1 by 2. Right. Now sin C is equals to 1 by 2. Which implies, now when the value of sin theta is half, when theta is equals to, yes, 30 degree. Okay. Therefore, just a second. Therefore, angle C is equals to 30 degree. Right? This we got the solution as 30 degree. Now about angle BC, nothing in that. Oh sorry, side BC, not angle. If I talk about BC, see BC we can find out ample number of in ample number of ways. First way it is to calculate as under the square root of AC square minus AB square. Right? Otherwise we can find it using the angle as well. To find the BC, BC is the adjacent side, right? So which ratio to be considered is cos of 30. Cos of 30 is adjacent side, that is BC, upon hypotenuse, that is AC. What is cos of 30? Root 3 by 2. Wait, let me write it clearly. Root 3 by 2 is equals to BC is not given. And AC is 10. Take this 10 to other side. Root 3. Just a second, students. Root 3 by 2 into 10. Cut down 5 times. So BC we got 5 root 3. This is your answer. Right? Two things were asked. PC and the angle C, that is angle C is equals to 30 degree. Clear with the solution? Fine. Switching on to the question number 4. Students, now question 4 says, question 4, it is saying that in a triangle A, B, C, sin A plus B is given as 1 and sin A minus B is given as half. Okay, and what are the conditions given? That we have to, okay fine, A plus B is 1 and sin A minus B is half, and we have to find angle A and angle B, right? Conditions, what are the conditions given? That angle sorry, angle A plus angle B is less than equal to 90 degree and angle A is greater than angle B. These are the two conditions that are being given. Okay. Now let's find out. For this question to solve, we have to draw a triangle, a right angle triangle. Okay, which is right angled at C. Here I mark the point A and this vertex as B. Okay, now we have to find, using these two, sin A minus B and sin A plus B, we have to find angle A and angle B respectively. Okay, now let's start with the solution part. Okay, now sin A plus B is equals to 1. What does it mean when sin theta is equals to 1? At 90 degree. So I can write it as sin a plus b is equals to sine 90, because sine 90 is 1. Okay, similarly this is, or I can say it as, this implies a plus b is equals to 90 degree. This is equation number 1. Now considering sine a minus b, that is equals to half. Okay, that is equals to, when sine theta is half, when theta is equals to sine of 30 degree. Okay, sine 30 is half, so I can write it as sine a minus b is equals to sine of 30, or this implies that a minus b is equals to 30 degree. This is equation number 2. Adding equation 1 and 2, what I get? A plus b is equals to 90 degree, a minus b equals to 90 degree. Add them to, then what I get? Twice of a will be equal to 90 plus 30. That is equals to, twice of a is equals to 120 degree, and a is equals to 120 degree upon 2, that is equals to 60 degree. Now a I got 60 degree, and I know that angle A and angle B are complement of each other. Angle A and angle B are complement of each other. Applied. A plus B is equals to 90. We know that, or fine. Or you can use this equation 1 also, it's also saying the same thing. A plus b equals to 90 degree, or b is equals to 90 minus a, that is 90 minus 60. I can say that b is equals to 30 degree is my answer. Clear? A, I got it as here. A, I got it as 60 degree, and B, I got it as 30 degree, and it is satisfying the condition also. The other condition, that is angle A is greater than angle B, which is true. Angle A is 60 degree and angle B is 30 degree. Okay? Coming down to the next question, that is question number 5. Fine. Let's see what the question number 5 has to say. Just a sec, students. Yeah. Determine, find the value of theta in each of the. Acha. Okay. Question number 5 is saying you have to find the value of theta in first is 3 sec 2 theta. 3 sec 2 theta is equals to 2 root 3. Second one is 4 cot 3 theta. 4 cot 3 theta minus 4 equal to 0. And third trigonometric equation, it is 2 sine 2 theta. Just a sec, students. Twice of sine 2 theta is equals to 1. These in these three situations we have to find the angle theta, right? So let's start. Solution part. Okay, taking first into consideration 3 sec 2 theta is equals to twice of root 3. This implies, sorry, not sine, sec 2 theta is equals to 2 root 3 upon 3. Okay. This implies sec 2 theta is equals to 2 root 3 upon 3. We can multiply in the numerator and the denominator with root 3. No issues. What it will give me? Sec 2 theta will be equal to 2 into 3 upon 3 into root 3, that is 3 and 3 cancel, so I am getting twice of root 3. Now sec 2 theta, when it is equals to twice of root 3, 2 by root 3 it is at sec of 30 degree, right? Sec of 30 degree. So looking into the equation, second sec will cancel. I will be getting twice of theta will be equal to 30 degree. This implies theta is equals to 30 degree upon 2, that is equals to 15 degree. Clear? Got it? First part, right? Now for second part, I have to rub this project. Okay, second part. Second question it is saying 4 cot of 3 theta minus 4 is equals to 0. Let's solve it. Cot 3 theta, 4 cot 3 theta is actually equal to 4. I took that 4 on the other side. Or I can say that cot 3 theta is equals to 4 upon 4 is equals to 1. Now tell me, when cot theta equals to 1, cot of 3 theta will be equal to cot of, just a sec students, cot of 45 degree. Cot of 3 theta, when theta is equals to 1 at 45 degree. So here I have written the same thing. Or I can say that 3 theta will be equal to 45 degree. Theta will be equal to 15 degree. Answer. Clear? Coming on to the last part, that is question number 3. Oh, sorry, part number 3. That is 2 sine theta is equals to 1. Find the solution of, right? Sine theta is equals to 1 upon 2. I took that 2 on this side, right? Now when is sine theta equals to half? At sine equals to 30 degree, right? That means theta is equals to, it is 2 sine theta, right? Okay. Theta is equals to 30 degree. Fine. This is my solution for third part. Fine. Understood? How we can find the theta given on in the trigonometric equation? So, what we can make out from this, that you should know these values of theta for that specific angles like 30 degree, 45 degree. For 10th grade, I would say that even if you remember these thetas, that standard thetas, that will be more than enough. Okay. Now this completes with our practice questions. Right, students? I have taken certain questions which I found it as important and which can come in your exam. Right? It is basically for grade 10 students. Right? Just go through them and let me know if you have any other doubt. In my description there is my mail ID is also given. Even if you have certain doubts, you can mail me as well. Fine students, thank you so much for watching this video, and please, if you like it, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.